Across America, a war is raging in silence. It's not fought with missiles or cyber attacks, and there's no foreign enemy behind it. This battle happens under the moonlight, across open fields and dense forests, where the enemy snorts, digs, and charges on four legs. The invaders? Wild boars, a destructive, fast-breeding force that's turning used farmland into a battlefield. What started decades ago as a small population of feral pigs has now exploded into one of the most expensive and unstoppable wildlife disasters in the country. Every single year, wild boars cause more than $1 billion in damage to American farms and ranches. That's right, $1 billion. These animals aren't just wandering through the countryside. They're tearing it apart. They root through cornfields overnight, devour soybean crops, and churn up peanut, rice, and wheat farms like living bulldozers. They destroy fences, irrigation lines, and water systems with the same relentlessness as a natural disaster. For many farmers, it's not just a nuisance, it's a nightmare. You can plan for an entire season, invest every dollar into your fields, and wake up to find everything gone, wiped out by a sounder of hogs in a single night. The losses don't stop at the farm gate, either. When crops are destroyed, prices shift, supply chains falter, and small rural communities, already hanging on by a thread, are hit the hardest. The economic shock spreads like ripples in a pond, from the farmer who planted the seed to the family that depends on affordable groceries. And make no mistake, this destruction is not random. Wild boars are frighteningly smart. They're not just brutes. They're problem solvers. They move with purpose, travel in tight-knit family groups called sounders, and adapt faster than almost any other wild species. If they sense danger or hunting pressure in one area, they simply move to another, often under the cover of darkness. They can recognize the sound of engines, remember the location of traps, and learn to avoid certain areas. They study the land like seasoned scouts, watching, learning, and surviving. That intelligence makes them nearly impossible to outsmart. But their biggest advantage isn't their brains, it's their biology. Wild boars reproduce at a terrifying rate. They reach maturity quickly, breed early, and can have large litters twice a year. A single sow can give birth to dozens of piglets within a couple of seasons. That means even if you remove a few, dozens more are waiting to take their place. Left unchecked, wild boar populations can double in just a few years, turning isolated problems into statewide infestations. Once they establish a stronghold, eradicating them completely becomes next to impossible. That's why this fight isn't just about wildlife, it's about survival. Hunters across rural America have become the unsung heroes of this war. Armed with night vision rifles, thermal scopes, drones, and trained dogs, they take to the fields not for sport, but for necessity. Each hunt is a coordinated operation. Miles of farmland scanned in the dark, sounders tracked through mud and brush, every shot fired with purpose. These hunters are protecting livelihoods, ecosystems, and the food security of millions. Farmers rely on them as the first line of defense. When a pack of wild boars invades a field, it's not a matter of if they'll destroy it, it's how fast. The hunters step in where fences and traps fail, restoring a fragile balance between people and the land. Their efforts aren't about trophies or bragging rights. They're about control, protection, and restoration. This is the kind of battle that rarely makes headlines, but defines the future of American agriculture. Meanwhile, on a national scale, the U.S. government is waging its own campaign against this invasive menace. Through the USDA's feral swine program, teams across the country are setting traps, monitoring populations, and studying new ways to curb the explosion. These aren't random efforts, they're data-driven, using advanced mapping, motion sensors, and field reports to predict movement and deploy resources where they're needed most. But even with all this science, one truth remains. No single method is enough. Hunting alone can't stop them. Trapping alone can't stop them. Even government programs, no matter how well funded, can't stop them without cooperation from landowners, researchers, and local communities. This war demands a unified front, farmers sharing data, hunters reporting sightings, scientists innovating new control methods, and agencies maintaining a constant watch. It's a battle of endurance, strategy, and adaptation. The same traits that make wild boars so unstoppable are the ones their human counterparts must now master. Every day that passes without action gives these animals more ground. They're spreading north, invading new states, pushing into suburbs, golf courses, and even airports. Each night, another field is overturned, another fence line broken, another livelihood threatened. The stakes are enormous, not just for agriculture, but for ecosystems, water quality, and public safety. Wild boars carry diseases that can spread to livestock, pets, and even humans, adding another dangerous layer to an already massive problem.
If you'll enjoy this video, please like and subscribe my channel for more information.